second video in this outfit because this is recorded right after my unboxing video of my new iPad Air. So yeah, right now we're gonna do the battle of the iPads, which I have a 2018 iPad Pro versus the 2020 iPad Air. I'm just gonna show you the pros and cons and the differences because both of these iPads cost about the same amount of money. One costs $600 brand new, and the other one you can find refurbished from Best Buy, Amazon, and even Apple for about $550 to $600 if you can find it. So yeah, we're just gonna do a comparison. I did pay $607, I believe, from this one from Amazon, and Amazon gave me a 90-day warranty. So I just want to show you guys the pros and cons of one versus the other. Should you get the new one or should you get the old?
All right, getting right into the comparison. This right here is the iPad Pro from 2018. A few notable differences that I've seen, as you may be able to tell, the home button. This one has Face ID, this one has Touch ID. So, excuse me. The Touch ID is implemented into the power button, which you can kind of tell because look how big the power button is in comparison to the 2018. Because mainly on the 2018, what you would do is tap to wake the screen, and then the Face ID will unlock it. Right now I have this one reset because I plan on getting rid of it. But yeah, normally if I was like set up on my iCloud and everything, it'll jump right into this. But clearly that's not the case right now. Yeah, so a few other things is main differences like that you can notice if you actually pay attention to. The bezels on here, this one has a way thicker bezel than this one, which after me using this for a few days, I realized that I kind of appreciate how thick it is because I'm not accidentally touching no parts of the screen. So that's pretty cool, cool with me. And the Touch ID is really fast because it doesn't make you like unlock it then swipe up. It just jumps straight into the screen, as you can see right here. And look, boom, jumps right to the home screen. So I really like that. I must admit that this machine is so fast, I can't even like fathom. Can't really explain it to you. I have an iPhone 11, and you know, it's not the newest iPhone at the moment because the 12 came out, but the 12 has the same chip as this. So I plan on upgrading from the 11 to the iPhone 12 because of how fast this iPad Pro is. I mean, this iPad Air is. I'm sorry if you hear all that rumbling around. I guess my neighbor upstairs. I don't know what's going on up there. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So this one right here, a few differences is this has the A14 chip. This has the A12X. Because this is the 2018. If this was the 2020 model, it had an A12Z chip, which is supposed to be really good with graphics. But as far as I'm concerned, from what I've been seeing, is this machine right here, the A14 powered iPad Air 4, actually has better graphics than the A12X and the A12Z. So that's really shocking. And only, you know, I couldn't really believe it. I thought it was a mistake when I seen that, but I seen multiple tests and they proved that it is true that the A14 has better graphics than the A12Z and the A12X iPad Pros. And it has faster single core performance as well. So it means like doing your day-to-day tasks, opening apps and stuff is gonna be quicker on here than it is on here. So that's pretty good, pretty good. One thing that is kind of notable is that both of these iPads cost about the same amount. You can get this one $600 used or refurbished or renewed, however people are marketing it as. Or you can get this brand new, which is, you know, brand new from Apple or Target or Walmart or Amazon, wherever you order it from. It's gonna be brand new though. So it's also gonna be a year, it's gonna have a year of Apple Care, and then you can also add Apple Care Plus, which I would recommend. This one you're not gonna be able to do that with. I already verified that this one is not eligible for Apple Care, like it expired, somebody had it on there before, or it's just out of the warranty window, period of time. So if you're buying a renewed one, the only warranty you're probably gonna have is from the company you're buying from, which might be a limited. I got this one off Amazon. This is a 90-day warranty. So outside of that 90 days, I'm at fault, and that's not gonna cover you for as drop protection or anything. This one, I have the Apple Care Plus on it, and I think it's $70 for a year or 2 years or something like that. I pay month to month, which is like $3 and some change. I prefer doing it like that. This one is, I think, $50 if you were to break the screen or bend it, which these do have an issue with bending because how thin they are, and they're made out of glass and aluminum, not two very strong materials. So I would recommend getting the AppleCare, no matter which one of these you get, if you can still get it. Now, if you get this, if you find this on Apple.com under the refurbished store, you can add AppleCare to it. They treat it as if it's a brand new device, and you might be able to save a few dollars on this over this if you can find it on Apple refurbished, because these sell for about $5.50. Now, another thing that's similar on the two of these, both of these, if we're comparing the 2018 model of the iPad, the iPad Pro, this one only has 64 gigabytes. Now, I know the 2020 iPad Pro has 128 starting off, but no, neither one of these come with 128 gigabytes. This one starts off at 64, and this one starts off at 64. This one goes to 256. You can get this one up to a terabyte, but it's gonna cost you. And then again, if you're gonna be able to afford a terabyte in the 2018, you might as well get the 2020. So, you know, but yeah, that's just something to note. Now, as far as screen size, this is a 10.9-inch screen, and this is the 11-inch screen, and these both have the same form factors, which is the reason why the bezel is a little bit bigger on this one, because it's shrinking down the size of the screen. As far as refresh rate, this one has 120 hertz refresh rate. This one has 60 hertz, and it's not really that noticeable as far as this device because how fast it is. This, I must admit though, I've never dealt with 120 hertz before experimenting with this iPad Pro, and it is noticeable. Like, I'm a fan of the high refresh rate, but I'm not used to it, so I could live without it on my new iPad Air, because it's like something that I just pretty much got a tease of, and you know, I'm not really fond of. I'm not really used to it to where I can't live without it. I'm glad I didn't get attached to it that much, because it would have been kind of like taking a step back. But yeah, so I'm fine with parting ways with this, just because of the fact that I can't have the insurance and stuff like that. And if you may know, the iPad Pros only come in two colors. This is the space gray variant, and it also comes in silver. And I'm not really, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the space gray and silver, but it's kind of boring to me. More so, I like the rose gold variants of everything. So I got the rose gold watch, the rose gold MacBook Air, the rose gold band, and also got the iPad Air 4 in rose gold, because I just like it so much. Now, another aspect where I would say that the iPad Pro has an advantage over the iPad Air 4 is the speaker quality, because this one has 4 stereo speakers. So you got one speaker right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here, and they're really loud and they sound really good. Whereas on the iPad Air 4, it has, I don't know if you noticed that, but it's bigger speaker holes, but it's only 2 speakers, and I believe they're on the left side over here. So when you're holding it in landscape mode, it's giving you the, you know, stereo sound because it's coming from both sides, but it's not coming from all 4 grills. See, 2 of these are just mimicked just to keep the aesthetics of it nice and clean looking. So yeah, you're only getting sound from 2 of these. So no matter where you're holding it, if you're holding it in landscape mode, you're getting your stereo sound. But if you're holding it like this, you're gonna only have it on one side of you. You're not gonna be hearing it that well on the right side, because the speakers don't play on the right side. So yeah, that's just something to note. These still have good speakers, but this one is gonna be the winner for our speakers. Another thing to note is microphone quality. This one has one microphone right here, and I believe this is what they call stereo quality or studio quality mics, because they have one mic right there, one right here next to the camera, and I believe there was one more. And there's one on the back right here. So this one has four mics on it versus only 2 on the iPad Air. So microphone quality is gonna go to the Pro as well. And it does make a difference. I've listened to it. I've seen video playback of one versus the other, and this one sounds a lot better, if I'm being honest. Like I said, but as far as functionality, this one works a lot. I mean, it's really fast. Like, it's so snappy. Like, it has a higher CPU performance, and the GPU performance. Now this has better multi-core, but this has more cores, so it's kind of hard to compare the two. But it's still impressive. If this one's your single cores is what really matters, because that's what allows you to open apps quicker and stuff like that. Multi-core, not so much. It depends on how strong of a task you're actually trying to complete. But any typical stuff, like as far as like a college student or your regular user, if you're browsing the web or watching videos, this is gonna be just fine for anybody. Pros might gravitate towards this, but then again, this is so powerful. The only thing that'll hold this back far as pros would go as like far as capabilities is just storage. But at that point, at the cost savings of buying the Air over the Pro, I mean, you can pretty much just buy a hard drive. Now that's not really a fair comparison because I'm really comparing it to the 2020 Pro. But like I said, if you want, that higher refresh rate and that faster multi-core scores and stuff like that, then I would go with the Pro. But any run-of-the-mill college student, average consumer like myself, I'm gonna stick with the Air because it works just fine, and it also takes the same accessories as the iPad Pro. So this is the Magic. Oh, not Magic. What is this called? I'm sorry, Apple Pencil 2, and it just clips right onto the side like that. Sorry, my dog is barking. Doug, sit down. And yeah, so like I said, it's compatible with both of them. It works fine. You can also get the Magic Keyboard and the Smart Folio keyboard. I don't have that. All I have is a typical Folio for this right now at the moment, just to keep it protected, because I'm not. I mean, just because I have the insurance don't mean I want to use it. I don't want to break my new device just because I don't want to put a case on it. So I am gonna have this in the case. But yeah, and this also accepts the Magic Keyboard, which I do plan on buying and testing out, because it'd be cool to have like another laptop in a sense, which this one's gonna be more capable than my MacBook Air in reality, because processor in this thing is like, it's almost stronger than most laptops. So like, it's gonna be a lot simpler to do my day-to-day tasks that I do on my laptop. But it's not really a replacement for me exactly, because when I do my podcast, certain applications and certain web pages that I need to go to, I can't access on here. So I still kind of need both. This is good for video editing, great for video editing, but you're gonna need more storage if you plan on storing those on file. See, I use a lot of cloud-based storage, so I'm not really worried about what's available on the actual iPads. So yeah, drawbacks of getting the 2018 for me would be is if you want a different color. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rundown. If you want a different color, you're not gonna be able to get this rose gold, you're not gonna be able to get the blue, and you're not gonna be able to get the green. But they do offer the iPad Air 4 in the space gray and the silver, so you don't have to worry about that. So the drawbacks from getting the Pro would be color, for one. Drawbacks of getting the Air would be the flash, because it doesn't have the flash, along with the stereo speakers and the microphone quality on here. That's another drawback. Battery life is going to be the same. Form factor is going to be the same. Performance, you actually might get more performance out of the Air if you know what I'm saying, are being realistic here. It actually is a little bit more capable of a device, but the storage is just going to be, kind of something that you're gonna have to deal with for both of them, because if you plan on staying in the same price range, you're only getting 64 on each device, no matter which way you go. You are losing on the Air. If you get the Air over the Pro, you're losing the ProMotion 120 hertz high refresh rate, which is pretty good for artists if you plan on doing the doodling and drawing and stuff like that with the Apple Pencil. It is gonna be a little bit more latency. Nothing crazy though. Nothing that I've been noticing that's been like a deal breaker for me. As far as cameras, you're getting the same cameras, so nothing to worry about there. And yeah, like I said, it's no right or wrong. The only thing that really could determine which one you should get at this price is how you buy it, and if, in my opinion, what's your intended purpose for it. Like if you feel like you're gonna need the higher refresh rate, then you probably should get the Pro, especially if you can get it from Apple, because you're gonna get that warranty. Then this thing puts it almost in the same realm of this, because they're both still very capable devices. If you can get the warranty on this, Apple's refurbished is probably the best I've ever seen. Their refurbished units, because it's pretty much a brand new device. They treat it like you're not gonna see a scratch, you're not gonna see a blemish, nothing like that. You're gonna have new accessories. Everything's gonna be brand new except for the box. It's just gonna say Apple certified refurbished on the box, if I'm not mistaken. And you're gonna get your warranty and still be able to put Apple Care Plus on there. So if you can get this from Apple, then I would definitely recommend this. But if you're concerned about the warranty and you know, insurance and longevity, I would go with the iPad Air 4, because like I said, me personally, when it comes to something this expensive, I want to make sure that I can protect it to where it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg if I happen to break this or somebody breaks it. So yeah, that's my opinion. Like I said, everything else is pretty much apples and apples, no pun intended. Like, they're pretty similar. They have few and far between differences, but I'm gonna stick with the iPad Air 4 just because, like I said, I like that. I like that comfort of knowing that I have the, you know, the leeway. If something happens to this, I'm not gonna be shelling out $300-400 to get it replaced. So that's just my opinion. I don't really care about the high refresh rate because I never had it so much. Like, it's pretty cool if you actually get to play around with it. The stereo speakers, I use AirPods, so I'm not really worried about that either. The mic quality, I have an external mic for when I'm actually doing like podcasts and anything like that, or I'm recording audio. I probably just record it through my AirPods, so that's not a deal breaker for me either. So if I'm gonna pay the same amount, I might as well get the latest and greatest and in the color variation that I want. So yeah, let me know in the comment section which one are you gonna choose, Pro, or maybe you skip out on both of these and get the 8th gen. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't really care for like the lower end iPads. They're kind of old. I feel like you're kind of living in the past when you got those. Or let me know if you're gonna hold off for the new iPad Pro, the next generation of it, or you're gonna get the current generation, the 2020 variant. Just let me know. I'm very interested on what people's opinion is about it. I really like the iPad Air, and I'm kind of glad that I waited to get this. In my opinion, it's a beautiful device. It's very capable. It's very fast. It's the fastest chipset in any tablet or iPhone at the moment. Well, not iPhone. It's the same as the iPhone, but you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. Also, I am running a giveaway. Trying to get my channel to 350 subscribers. And when I get to 350 subscribers, I will be giving away a pair of AirPods. Just the regular ones for right now, but it's very simple to enter. All you do is just subscribe, and when we get to 350 subscribers, I'm gonna do a random generated pick, and I'm a private message on YouTube whoever's the winner, and get their information. It doesn't matter where you're at. Location really doesn't matter, because I'm just gonna order them off Amazon and get them shipped directly to you. So yeah, just like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share this video to get my channel to 350 subs. And yeah, have a good one.